Today I'd like to talk to you about composting and the way it can promote a healthier, more sustainable future for everyone. Composting is a simple process where you take your waste from stuff like fruits, vegetables, eggshells, and coffee grinds, and you convert it into fertile soil that you can use to plant and grow tomatoes, fruits, and vegetables and other items. Today I'll be talking to two people in the local community that compost to promote a healthier future. So, Christy, what got you into composting?
I originally started composting to help have really good soil for our first house that we lived in. We wanted to have a vegetable garden, and we also planted flowers around the property. And also the other reason was to reduce our waste and to help with the environment, to just not put that in the landfill. If I could take that compost and make it into some really rich soil that we could use, then that would save us some money as well. Because some soils, they're quite expensive to buy at the nursery. Specialty compost can sometimes run up to $50 a bag. If I buy multiple bags a year, that's a lot of money. So this is free because it's from our own waste.
So did you always compost?
Well, my parents composted when I was a kid, so I think it was a habit that I was used to doing. So when I had my first house, yes, I started my own compost pile.
Do you feel that your composting is important for the environment?
Yes, I do feel like composting is important for the environment for many reasons. One is that it helps with the worms and the bugs it makes the soil rich for birds that are getting seeds from it. So I feel like it's a whole life cycle where you take your food that's waste and then you compost it and then you put it back into the earth.
Very interesting. What type of things do you compost?
Well, as I mentioned before, we compost any fruit scraps such as banana peels, pieces of strawberry, watermelon rinds. We also compost eggs, coffee grinds, not the full egg, I should clarify, just the egg shells, coffee grinds, tea bags, anything that can break down, pieces of cardboard, newspaper.
Do you feel if everyone compost, we would have a more sustainable environment?
I do. I think it would reduce the waste in the landfill. I think it would also give back to your community by making the areas nicer, whether it's with your lawn or your flower beds or having a nice garden. And it would also, I think every household would benefit from it. And if you teach your children and your families from a young age, it becomes a habit, and it would be the same as having trash, recycle, and compost. Everybody knows where everything goes. So the next thing I'm going to show you is how simple it is to go from the house to where we keep the actual compost barrel. All right, so we have our compost. It can be near your house, but we have it over here, right on the side of the house. So if you take a look at this, this is from the winter. I haven't emptied it yet this spring, but these are just little bugs. They're fine for the compost, but as you can tell, it's not too wet, it's not too dry. This kind of just looks like some nice soil. I'm going to put in some new stuff and then show you how simple this is to close up.
Thank you for chatting with me today, Christy.
You are welcome.
All right, so what got you into composting?
I didn't like to see everything going into the trash, basically.
What do you use your composting for?
I use it for everything in the garden, for my yard, some house plants, not too many house plants. I like to use it all outside.
Did you always compost your whole life?
No, not my whole life. Since I've been married, when we started getting more waste.
Do you feel your composting is important for the environment?
Absolutely. I think everyone should compost. There's much too much grass clippings and vegetables and waste from your home going into the landfills.
What type of things do you compost?
Everything except meat. Bread, eggshells, all the waste from carrots, peppers, coffee grinds, tea bags, you name it.
If you had any advice to give to the next generation of composters, what would that be?
Take it slow, read a little bit of literature on how to do it, pick a good spot in your yard if you can, or if you can afford it, they sell composters for apartments now you can put under your sink. They are a bit pricey, but I understand they work very well.
All right, thank you for chatting with me today.
No problem, I appreciate the interest.
Where are we at today?
We are at my compost bin.
All right, there we go. All right.
Grass clippings, straw, no weeds. Can't put weeds in compost. That would be a catastrophe.